So, how to cope when a woman pulls away from you. And let me just tell you, it's not easy. It's happened to me many times where a woman, things are going really well and then a woman pulls away from you. How do you cope with it? Well, the way you cope with it is simple. The way you cope with it is you remain in your center. So you're in your center, you're in your core, you're in your masculine, and you have your own life. You have your own life going on. And what I mean by that is, even if you're with a woman, you should still have activities that you do that are your interests and your pursuits. So if a woman pulls away from you, you still have, I don't know, like your side hustle, you still have your hobbies, you still have, let's say you like basketball and you religiously do basketball on a Wednesday once a week, and then maybe you play against another team on a Friday. Like, you're still doing that, and then you're training maybe once or twice a week outside of that. So that's taking up 4 nights in your week. And if a woman pulls away from you, your focus is still on that basketball. Your focus is still on that basketball. You don't lose focus. That's your mission. That's your goal, to improve your fitness, to improve your mental health. And if a woman pulls away from you, you can still focus on that. If you have a side business that you do, let's say maybe in the stock market, let's say maybe, I don't know, selling wine bottles, let's say maybe in buying and selling, it could be anything. It could be even like a fruit and veg stall that you have. If a woman pulls away from you, you're remaining focused on your goals. You're remaining focused on that side hustle. You're remaining focused on that promotion at work. So yeah, you would rather she's about, but if she decides to pull away from you and maybe texts are shorter or phone calls are shorter or not meeting up as much, then yeah, it's a shame, but you still remain in your core and in your center. And it's up to her if she wants to be a part of that. If she wants to be a part of your life. If she does, then that's great. She will eventually come back. But if she doesn't, then it's a shame, yeah, but you can't control that. You can't control what another human being does. So that is how you cope. That's how you cope in terms of your mental health and your clarity, and it's also how you cope with regards to the best action to take, because it's very tempting. I've done it a few times when I was younger. When a woman pulls away, it's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? I haven't done anything wrong. And you know and you chase even more. And as men, sometimes we feel we need to do even more when a woman pulls away, because we're logical and we like to work through things systematically. But actually, the language of love is not the way that we often perceive the world as men. Sometimes we have to peel the onion and look at the inner workings of things. And as men, sometimes we don't do that. But actually, when a woman pulls away from you, oftentimes the best thing to do, in fact most times the best thing to do is absolutely nothing, and just stay focused and in your center and in your core and in your masculine. That's the best option to take. If it's been a significantly longer amount of time than you would normally speak, so say you're speaking every day and she's disappeared for 3 days, then it's okay to reach out once and say, I noticed that we haven't been speaking as much. I'm just opening the door for you to let you know that I'm here if you want to talk to me, if anything's going on. And then you leave it at that. You leave it, it's up to her at that point. It's up to her. And believe me, if a woman wants to reach out and take that option to confide in you and let you know what's going on, she will do it. She will make it known and she will do it. Some women will pull away and then they'll come back like nothing ever happened. That's often because whatever the reason was, they've resolved it on their own and they don't want to share it with you. Some women will come back and give you a reason for why they were pulling away. And some women, unfortunately, will pull away and they won't come back at all. This is just the nature of it. So it is hard. I've been there, but that's what you gotta do. And I would say in relationships, if you're in a relationship with a woman, most women are going to pull away at some point for one reason or another. It could be because, it could be a relationship, or it could be a woman you're courting. It could be just, you know, it could be any of those two. And the reason could be because she's going through a hard time, nothing to do with you. And then you chasing would only make the situation worse. And now it is something that you've done. So it could initially be nothing you've done at all. It could be because she thinks that, wow, like I really like this guy, and this, you know, this came out of nowhere, and she needs to process that. It could be because she's talking to another guy. You know, when women are talking, or in general, when you're talking, like even I know this when I'm talking to women, when I've had multiple women that I was talking to, you haven't got the energy to distribute the same to one that you would to, you know, you haven't got the same, when you're talking to more than one woman, you don't have the same energy to give to each one, as in compared to when you're just talking to one woman. If I'm talking to four, I can't give four the same energy that if I was just talking to one. So if she was talking to you lots and then that stops or decreases, it could be because she is now talking to maybe two or three, and she doesn't have the energy to give you what she used to give you, because she's now distributing that energy to three of you. So it could be because she's talking to other guys. It could be a number of reasons. You could have said something that turned her off and she wants her space. It could be a number of reasons, but oftentimes the course of action is exactly the same. Stay in your core, stay in your masculine. We all make mistakes with women from time to time. So if you've said something that's turned her off, or you've made a mistake, or, you know, you've been a little bit too in her face or whatever, in terms of, you know, you being too available or whatnot, you know, these things will happen. We all make mistakes with women. Even pros at this game, you know, even pros when it comes to the game of like getting women's numbers and, you know, going out there and talking to women, you know, even men who are like dating coaches, you know, we all make mistakes with women from time to time. So it could be you've made a mistake and, you know, she's just kind of been a little turned off, and you've just got to remain in your core, remain in your masculine. You know, it could be a number of reasons. So all I would say is stay in your core, stay in your masculine, stay focused on what you're doing, and when she's ready, if she's ready, she'll come back to you. Let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. If you appreciate my work and want to leave a donation, there's a link for that in the description. With that, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.